We are currently witnessing the second death of kayfabe in professional wrestling. The first death was just us finding out that wrestling wasn't real in the first place, but now we're witnessing the second death where wrestlers don't even feel the need to pretend like what's going on TV is actually happening anymore. You watch Smackdown, the person you see on Smackdown versus the person you see on social media isn't even the same person entirely, and it completely just rips away that tiny piece of illusion that we still had left in the show. You get invested into these characters emotionally, their storylines, their feuds, rivalries, goals, and just for them to go on social media and be the entire opposite of that just kind of makes it hard to believe what you see on TV. Like, obviously we know wrestling is scripted, but when you're actively being told that, yeah, it's fake, yeah, it's fake, yeah, it's fake, when you keep having that in your ear, it makes it very hard to get invested. And the most recent episode of SmackDown is probably the biggest dump we have ever seen taken on kayfabe in history. In one episode alone, we saw 3 different cases where they broke kayfabe on the air. Well, technically 2.5, but I'll explain. Basically, it's not even just being kept to social media anymore. They are actively going against the storyline logic on TV itself. We start here with John Cena on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, where they do this segment where Stephen Colbert grabs a Cena sucks sign. Then he grabs a Let's Go Cena sign and holds it to John Cena while John Cena plays to the crowd in the audience doing the Let's Go Cena, Cena sucks chants. And at the end, he says, "You have officially become fans of the WWE." Clearly acting like a babyface, playing up to the crowd in that audience, being friendly with them, when the Cena we see on TV can't absolutely stand the audience. He wouldn't play to the crowd like that on TV. Throughout this whole interview, he was basically being completely friendly to Stephen Colbert, being friendly to the people there. And the thing is, there may not be much of a problem if this is just something that we see on YouTube. Because hey, the people in this audience, they aren't the same professional wrestling fans that John Cena has vilified and hated on TV. The problem is that part where they did the Let's Go Cena Sucks was aired on Friday Night SmackDown. They aired a clip of John Cena doing this. And it doesn't help that he was also at Fanatics Fest playing the babyface character as well. So it's not just one case of this. This here is with the actual professional wrestling fans that he has said horrible things about on TV for his character. Being seen on WWE social media, signing autographs, taking photos, playing to the fans, having fun with them. And that's not a problem, man. Like, these fans paid a lot of money to meet John Cena. Obviously, he's gonna be nice to them and not be a dick. But again, you don't need to air those parts on official WWE social media accounts on SmackDown. Just keep it reserved for the Fanatics Fest. And even then, if he did it in a playful way, where he was being a heel, but he tolerated them because it was a contractual obligation, that would be fine. This was literally the exact version of John Cena that we saw before he turned heel back in January. But alright, that is probably the smallest case on this episode. This right here is the death blow in the second death of kayfabe. Cody Rhodes podcast with Kevin Owens. Here we see Cody Rhodes with Kevin Owens on his podcast called What Do You Want to Talk About with Cody Rhodes, sponsored by American Wheatley Vodka, where we see Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens laughing it up, drinking alcohol together, being friends, not even a full 6 months after Cody Rhodes tried to kill the man at the Royal Rumble. Back in December, Saturday night's main event, Kevin Owens turned heel on Cody Rhodes a month or 2 prior because of Cody Rhodes' affiliation with Roman Reigns. They had their match at Saturday night's main event. Kevin Owens loses, and after the match, he hits Cody Rhodes with a pile driver. In that moment, Kevin Owens was trying to break Cody Rhodes' neck, trying to paralyze the man. Cody Rhodes ends up coming back a few weeks later, and they schedule a ladder match for the Royal Rumble. In this match, they use the ladders a lot, doing these brutal spots with one another, and in the end of the match, Cody Rhodes hits an Alabama slam through the ladder, which turns Kevin Owens inside light out. It looked like the man literally died right there. Like, that was a vicious Alabama slam. These men, week after week on TV, talked about how much they hated each other and how much they just wanted to beat the living hell out of the other. So now we're here on an official WWE sponsored podcast, also sponsored by Fanatic, seeing the guys talk for an hour and a half. Nothing but positive vibes. They're telling stories with one another, laughing it up, talking about how much they respect one of another. And again, I think in general, just having this on social media at all is still really bad. But the fact that they aired a clip from this podcast episode on SmackDown is the actual worst part of this. What the hell? On the same TV show, these guys have not made amends. They haven't started being cool with one another again. As it stands on the show, these two hate each other, and when Kevin Owens comes back to the WWE, he's probably still gonna hate Cody Rhodes, because in a way, he'll probably blame Cody Rhodes for why he got injured in the first place. So how am I supposed to believe that when Kevin Owens comes back? It's like how when The Rock came back at the Raw on Netflix premiere, and him and Cody were suddenly friends again. Yeah, just completely ignoring that The Rock took Cody Rhodes outside in the rain near Cody Rhodes' tour bus and started beating the living hell out of him with the belt, making him bleed, putting the blood on that belt, then at WrestleMania beating Cody Rhodes in a tag team match, which he didn't need to do, but he did anyways to force Cody Rhodes to have to fight in a Bloodline Rules match, making it harder for him to finish the story and win the title that his father never won. The Rock tried to do everything he could to take away that moment from Cody, just for The Rock to appear after a few month absence. Even at Bad Blood, making a countdown signal to Cody Rhodes. 2 months later after that, just suddenly on Monday Night Raw, being buds with him, drinking alcohol in the back. And then due to people pointing out, like, this makes no sense. These two hate each other. Why are they friends all of a sudden? Like, you did not explain this at all on TV, and they still never explained why Cody Rhodes and The Rock suddenly were fine with each other again. They have to have The Rock make another turn on Cody, which is like, they should have never been cool with each other in the first place. We literally have Kevin Owens in his car on SmackDown crashing on Cody Rhodes, basically saying like, you ruined my life, you're a backstabber, you're a liar, how could you team with Roman Reigns, the man who tried to take everything from me? The last time these two interacted was, again, Cody Rhodes trying to kill Kevin Owens in a ladder match. But no, let's air a clip on SmackDown of the two drinking alcohol, being best friends. And then we finally get to this. On SmackDown, Julia became the brand new Women's United States champion. Since this show is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, they couldn't air it at the typical 8 p.m. start time in the United States, as that would be like 4 in the morning in Saudi Arabia. Like, they ain't doing that. So they pre-taped the show at 1 p.m. and aired it live on Netflix for Canada, the UK, like basically every region that's not the United States could watch SmackDown live at 1 p.m. But we gotta understand that USA is WWE's biggest audience. They're an American-based company. A overwhelming majority of their fans come from the United States. Technically, if you wanted to, you could get a VPN and then watch it on Netflix for no additional cost. But that's not the official way to do it. You're technically watching it the same way someone would have been in Canada. And also, I think it's kind of ridiculous to expect the average person to pay like $10 for a VPN so that they can watch one episode of SmackDown live. I'm just lucky enough to already have a VPN as is for other reasons, so I used it personally to watch SmackDown live, so this didn't affect me. But so many people weren't gonna watch SmackDown until it aired live on the USA Network at 8 p.m. Which brings to us here the craziest caption I have ever seen in WWE Instagram history. New champ on hashtag SmackDown. Watch Julia capture the Women's United States title tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central on USA Network. And yeah, the top comment here, thanks for spoiling it, no need to watch now. This is fucking insane. We are literally using a matrazole as an advertisement for the show now. You tune into SmackDown, they're not gonna be like, alright, let's get to the match where Julia wins. Like, no, it's Zelina Vega versus Julia for the Women's United States Championship. They're gonna be on the broadcast not knowing what the result is. They're trying to create that level of suspense with the near falls and the kickouts and, oh, Julia finally did it, she won. They ain't gonna go into the show telling you, oh yeah, this match that didn't happen yet, yeah, this is who wins. That's what they did. This match that for American audiences hasn't even taken place yet. Julia wins, by the way. There was no need to do this. Like, what's the need? Because at first, you see this clip of Triple H. He was the first guy to spoil it, doing the finger point with Julia. Y'all couldn't wait till 10 p.m. to post the photo? She's taken SmackDown by storm and now has the gold to prove it. Congratulations, Julia. And then the audacity to do a collaboration with both the WWE account and the TKO account and Julia's account, so to make sure that every single account possible can have it on their feed, so we're even more likely to have this appear when scrolling through Instagram. It's like they wanted us to see the spoiler. They weren't even trying to hide it. And I saw people saying, oh, this is what the UK and all the other countries have to deal with all the time. No, you don't. You guys technically still get the show live. If it comes on at 2 a.m. in your country, that shit's gonna air at 2 a.m. in your country. You can choose to watch it live, or if you're asleep during it, watch it when you wake up. You don't have to go straight on social media. If you have work, you're not supposed to be on your phone at work. And I know I sound like a damn school teacher saying that, but that's the truth. You're supposed to be doing your job. You can't complain at that point if you see it. They posted this when people were getting off work on a Friday night. Do you not expect people on a Friday night to not open Instagram for any reason? It's 6 p.m. on Friday. I open Instagram and I see Julia wins and it's spoiled. That's not my fault, bro. Who's not using social media at 6 p.m. on a Friday? I mean, if you're out for dinner, you won't be, but I'm saying, like, that's a very normal thing to do. We even have now a Netflix behind-the-scenes WWE show to debut on July 29th, titled WWE Unreal, which is like, depending on how recent these behind the scenes are, you could just be completely destroying the ongoing dynamics on the show. As, say, the behind the scenes is like SummerSlam 2024. That's a whole year ago. And you got, I don't know, Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa, and it's the behind the scenes of what happened during that match. On WWE TV, as it stands, Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa do not like each other. So I swear to God, if I see a clip of Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa in the back drinking American Wheatley vodka, I'm going to crash out. Yes, they're not spoiling stuff that's gonna happen in the future, but they're completely destroying the dynamics we have. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan have been involved in a 3-year blood feud where they absolutely hate each other. So if on this behind the scenes documentary I see Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan hugging it out, I mean, for fuck's sake, they posted a clip of Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair hugging it out after their match at WrestleMania, when on TV for months Bianca was complaining that Rhea didn't deserve to be there and Rhea cost her to win the match. So why would they be hugging it out in storyline? That stuff you just don't need to post. I get it. We know wrestling is scripted. We know that these people don't actually hate each other. But when it's your official product posting clips on YouTube, showing off these clips on SmackDown while I'm trying to get sucked into the reality of the show, I'm trying to get immersed in this world where these people do hate each other, where these people have actual beef, that these people are fighting these wars with one another. To constantly be reminded, like, hey guys, this ain't real. Hey guys, these guys don't actually hate each other, they're actually best buds. It sucks. And we're still not done. The Rock may just indirectly spoiled Cody Rhodes' future plans. And The Rock, in this clip with Pat McAfee, basically announces that Cody Rhodes will indeed turn heel one day. Yeah, we had the suspicion. Cody Rhodes probably will have a run as a heel one day. But it's like if they announced John Cena was gonna turn heel one day. You don't do that. Imagine what that moment would have been like when John Cena turned heel on Cody Rhodes if we knew beforehand that, yeah, during this retirement tour, John Cena is definitely gonna have a heel run, so it's just a matter of time until it happens. So when it happens, it's like, okay, they finally did it. Not, oh my god, dude, wait, Cody Rhodes is a bad guy now? Like, I didn't know Cody had it in him. Like, they told you he had it in him. But you know what? Let's just give them even more benefit of the doubt for no reason. The Rock didn't tell us when Cody was gonna turn heel. So why not? Cody Rhodes himself will spoil when he turns heel, for fuck's sake. Cody Rhodes says that we are at the tail end of his run as a babyface. And in this clip, he announces that he'll turn heel within 1 to 3 years. So now it's even more obvious when it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen in 2026, but depending on how stuff goes, maybe 27 or 28. So we're literally just telling people what's gonna happen on the show in the future. That's great. So that makes it very obvious where the, you know, what's gonna happen for the future of Cody. If he's turning heel in a year, then maybe it's not likely that he's gonna beat Cena, or he's gonna beat Cena, but it's obviously gonna then be at SummerSlam in that one scenario, so that then he can turn heel after losing it at WrestleMania to Orton, probably. There's only like 2 scenarios this realistically could go if Cody's turning heel in 26. So like, at this point, how do I get immersed in anything that Cody does when I basically already have the whole blueprint, the whole puzzle given to me? There's no guessing anymore. It's not authentic. It's like if I sat down to watch Squid Game Season 3, and I'm episode 2 into the season, and someone just tells me the ending to episode 10, the end of the season. I don't actually watch Squid Game, but I know it's like the biggest show right now. Like, yeah, what if we were at like episode 2 of the season, and someone just like, yeah, this is how episode 10 ends, this is how the whole season ends, bro, here you go. So what's the point of even caring what happens in episode 5 or 6 if I know that it all leads to this in episode 10? So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I already know what the end result's gonna be, so what's the whole point of the build-up? And it's just at a point where they're literally just dancing on the grave of kayfabe. It's like they don't even want you to believe that this is real anymore. They don't want you to even be able to pretend like this is actually a story that's happening between 2 people. It's gone so corporate at this point that they have to tell you that, hey, this ain't real, because they want to look so good for the camera and look so good in the business sense of the business, and if that makes sense. Like John Cena, even though he's acting like a dick on TV, he has to reassure to everybody that the real John Anthony Felix Cena is a good guy, man. Don't believe that he's actually this way. You can invest money in this company. John Cena is actually a stand-up guy. He's a role model. This is just a character he's playing on TV, man. He actually loves the fans. The wrestling I know, yes, we know it's not real. Yes, we know it's scripted, but the people do such a good job of playing their character that you're able to get immersed. Like a video game. I know a video game ain't real. One of my favorite video games of all time, Life is Strange. Yes, I know they're just 3D models at the end of the day in the back of my mind, but they were able to tell a story so well that I cried making the final decision. I was in tears deciding whether I would save Chloe or sacrifice Chloe. Would I have been crying in that moment? Would I have been that emotionally invested in what Max and Chloe were doing if someone was over my ear the whole time saying, hey, this ain't real, that person didn't actually die, it's just a video game? No. I wouldn't have cared as much, which is why it's so hard to care about what's going on with the company right now. It's like everyone in the damn company has split personality disorder, which is why, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Naomi, because she has done an excellent job of keeping kayfabe alive on her end. Every time on Twitter, when she can take a jab at Jade Cargill, she'll take that jab. She plays her character excellently, and she went from someone who I wasn't really that interested to on TV to now Naomi is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. Her theme song is still absolutely atrocious, and I don't like the caution tape stuff, but still. You actually can get sucked in and believe in her character in a way that you can't do for Cody, a way you can't do for Cena, which is why I'm rooting for her to win the championship. We need more people like Naomi in this business, because if this is how it is right now, man, if we let WWE continue to do it the way they're doing it right now, it's just gonna keep getting worse until the point that maybe one day they'll just be like, oh yeah, man, like, this isn't happening here. Don't expect this guy to win this match. Gotta please them shareholders. But alright, that's basically all I gotta say. R.I.P. kayfabe. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I wish I could have it my way. I don't really know who's to blame, but you said you were giving me space, then forever went away. Hey, at night in the garden I roam. Since the day you left, no flowers grow. My skin's gone purple from the cold, and I hate you, but I think